Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Chick Picker! How's everybody doing? Let's see if I can catch this here before it goes off. Probably not. Oh, epic fail. Epic fail. Bring up the chat. Hope everybody's having a good morning. I slept pretty good. Except I was up. Seemed like I woke up every hour or so. But at least I slept a little bit, so that's good. Nobody's in the chat. Nobody's in the nobody's in the live with me. What happened to everybody? I'm here. Come on, come on. Nobody's there. Well, we had a good challenge yesterday. We had Tim. Tim came in about, what was it, about, he only had about 2 hours to do anything. And he took home part of it. He took home half of it, of the pot, and Jody took the other part. I almost had a point. They didn't pay for the item, so almost don't count. So, man, YouTube must be down or something, because there ain't nobody in the chat. That's so weird. It's 8:03. I was worried about being late. There's Tommy. He's a true fan. Carol. Hope you're having a good morning. It's going to be a busy day. I just know it. I still got, I didn't do good yesterday. Morning, Hank. You beat Carol. That's right. There's Sherry. Good morning. Oh, excuse me. There's my notification on my phone, I think. Nope, it was a notification for something else. Morning, Jennifer, part-time picker. Jennifer Hayes. I guess everybody's tired this morning. Mondays are always a busy day. For me, anyway. Because usually I don't do my shipping until Monday, and it rang true this time too. I think I have 12 packages to package up. Nothing too crazy though, so it shouldn't be too bad. It takes the longest is to go find everything. Let's see. Tommy says my app says 32 to ship, but eBay says I sold nothing. I think for once I like eBay's numbers. I'm going back to bed. I don't blame you. But 32, that's quite a bit. Oh man, part-time picker. You're super tired, 4 hours of sleep. Not enough. I went to bed late last night and I regret it. I need to really focus on going to bed at 10 o'clock. But do you know how hard that is? That is difficult for me because I'm used to going to bed, 11:30 midnight. But yeah, too much to do. Was watching The Walking Dead last night, and I almost finished both of the episodes. So,
Boo.
oh, excuse me, got
Boo.
the yawns. Boo! You made it.
I did.
Welcome, welcome.
What's going on?
Nothing much. There's Liz. Tracy getting all wound up. There's Todd. Here he goes in.
I was listening to you and Tracy from last night, Tommy.
Yep.
Why do you think it's bad to do, just wondering. I mean, everybody has opinions, everybody does things different ways. Nobody has the same business model. Everybody does things differently. But I was wondering why you think um calculated shipping is bad, because I've never had a problem with it. As except, when they try to charge too much, which I just had that one item, and then it seems like it fixed everything.
Hmm. Well, I think that's what he was saying, that sometimes you don't get the the discount that you're supposed to get,
Oh, okay.
and so it's not. Um, for his experience, he hasn't calculated on my priority has been really whacked.
Hmm.
I haven't really noticed a difference. I still see the discount. Um,
Yeah, I have too.
so I really haven't had an issue. And I know, eBay, didn't go and fight for us and get us a discounted rate like they should have.
Oh,
And if they did, which who knows if they did or they didn't. Maybe they did, and maybe they're just taking the discount.
yes.
That's kind of the conspiracy theory. But who's to who's to know exactly what's going on?
Yeah, I agree with that part, Tommy. Like if there's a max, to what you can sell, like, say they give me like a $300 leadway or something, and then I sell $300 and that's it for me. I mean, who knows? I completely agree. Like, you almost have like when people can only use like so much internet or something, kind
Yeah,
of just,
it's like a block on it,
yeah.
you know,
And
or they throttle you.
yeah, yeah, you're throttled.
Yep.
Wouldn't that
Sometimes
be the
it
shit?
definitely feels that way. It
Yeah,
definitely feels like, nope, you sold enough. We got to pass that on to somebody else.
right. Well, I was looking at my seller hub this morning, and it wasn't even showing anything for Saturday.
No,
And
I don't have totals since Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I don't have totals.
well, I was messing with some stuff, and um I went back down there, and it's on there now on
Oh,
mine. And I made 291 that day. So
awesome.
it's like, yeah. And so, I mean, I really can't. I really can't complain about like sales.
Yeah, you had a great weekend.
I did.
Yeah, you really had a great weekend.
I mean, for being part-time, I mean, I know it's you know, who's to say what part-time is? But,
I'm
I mean,
part-time.
you are not part-time.
Yeah, I am.
You say that you're part-time, but you're not part-time, Todd.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think so. I think
Don't
you're a
know.
full-time bear.
I think it just depends on, like with Todd. I mean, I know that he puts a lot of work into it, but he doesn't spend a whole, like he, as far as I know, I could be completely wrong, but you're not spending 8 to 12 hours on your computer every day working on your, listing and stuff like that, right?
Right. I mean,
What do you do, like 4 hours?
uh, no, I don't have a set time. Whenever I feel like doing some eBay, I come in and do some eBay. And when I don't feel like it, I don't do it.
Yeah.
The only
So
time the only steady time I put in is packing. I always pack, nearly always next day.
yeah,
But um, other than that, I mean, it's just like if I got a whole bunch of new, cool, interesting stuff, I'll spend a lot of hours.
right.
If I got to go dig through my death pile to find a few things to list, then I'll go, yeah, and list maybe 3 in that day. So yeah, no, I don't work hard at this. So I don't consider myself full time.
Okay.
I think it's kind of to each their own, what they think you
Hank's
know,
extra hammer time.
they put in.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, if I depended on eBay for my income, then yeah, I would work my ass off.
Yeah,
But I don't, so I don't.
yeah. And you don't have to,
Nope.
So
So there you go.
Hank says if Flood is looking at cat videos during their working hours, that hardly counts towards the total.
That's all right.
um yeah,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
sometimes I'll be just working along and I'll go, squirrel,
Yeah.
go do that for a while. Get through with that, come back to eBay, whatever. Seems like I never run out of stuff to list.
well, that's a good thing.
That's being rich. I'm not rich.
He's rich.
Rich.
Yeah, put that rich in it.
I'm rich.
Well, I think I did. I didn't do too shabby. I think I sold 14 and I got 12 that paid. So,
That's awesome.
I mean, not,
You did better than I did.
not bad, not too shabby. I mean, there wasn't anything that was like, I think the shoes were about the most high dollar item, which was, $50, but I'm okay with that,
Yeah.
um I have goals, as far as, I want to sell $20 or 20 items a weekend, from Friday afternoon to Monday morning, but sometimes you don't get that,
Yeah.
it's just the way it is. um and I'm still on my, trying to get to 2,500 listings before I leave, and
Tommy, I'm kind of like where Maggie's at because, like, with me being all the way up in Michigan, sometimes I sell, to people in New York, and sometimes I sell to people in California and Washington. I mean, I just shipped to Washington the other day, um, and actually, the lady messaged me and said, let's just say, it was gonna be, it was a piece of jewelry.
Mhm.
And she goes, this shouldn't cost $7 or $6 to ship. And I said, well, you are over on the other coast, so you know, it might. So let me figure it out and I'll get back to you.
Mhm.
And so she went ahead and paid what they were asking, and I sent her the difference. No big deal.
About a week ago, Dusty gave an example of a reseller, not him, and he didn't say who it was, but he looked at their store for them, and they had items that if he punched in a faraway zip code, charged astronomical rates.
Mm.
Really?
So Dusty promoted fixed fixed price listings. Don't do calculated.
Where are you at, Tommy? I can't remember. Thought you were in Utah or
Tommy's
something.
no, Tommy's in Delaware.
Oh,
Tommy's in hell. He ships north all of his packages.
hi, Lori.
Good morning.
Morning.
The dogs are saying good morning too, apparently.
Yeah, I hear.
That's awesome, Joanna. Good morning. She said she sold one Croc shoe yesterday for $9.99 plus shipping. Amputee shoe.
Ooh.
Second one I've sold like that.
Yeah, that's true. Like if you set it for, say, if it's first class and you set it all for $5,
Mhm.
then some will be, you know, between 3 and 5, and some will be the 5.
Mhm.
I don't use business policies. I don't. I've never heard anything good about that.
Let's see.
Hey, bum crack.
Yeah.
Hi, Bone Crack.
Bum crack picker. Harry bum crack picker.
Harry bum
Harry
crack picker.
bum crack picker. Yep, that's your new name. Harry. We gave it to him yesterday. It's Harry. Harry bum crack picker.
One of his nickname is Stinky.
Uh-oh. There you go. And you're getting all kinds of names now. You might as well just say your first name and just be, just call it. Might as
Yeah,
well.
I already have my jeans and my pants and stuff that are over 1 pound. I have those padded flat rate. That's just
That's a
I
given.
already I already have them in a padded flat rate, and I do all those padded flat rate, but $9.99 all priority. See, I think I would lose money like that because some of my priority goes, it could be up to $14, $17.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a pretty good way to do it. Then you don't have to think about what price you charge, and it's faster to list because you just put $9.99. Go next
Yeah.
item.
It's just as fast doing calculated though.
Yeah, so
I mean,
Yeah, but you don't want your customers overcharged on calculated. So
yeah.
I haven't had a problem with, you know, the my
McCurry?
shipping. My shipping has been pretty reasonable. Pretty, you know, I haven't noticed anything outrageous, or nobody's really complained about, you know, the shipping being like, you know, not normally. You know, it hasn't been crazy. So I'll probably just stick with part-time picker says, here's a plan I've been working on for me. Also in Michigan, 1 to 8 ounces, $4.50. 8 to 16 ounces, $5.50, and $2 under 2 pounds or over 2 pounds, add $9. Yeah.
I don't have my right message thing on.
No, I don't have a problem, just because you know, I usually will go in every once in a while and just look at my items, you know, as far as the shipping goes, and, you know, make sure that there's not a problem. No.
I think if you're using calculated shipping, that you should get someone else to punch in, to go to your store and punch in a far zip code, pretend like they're buying, and just see, just
Yeah.
just to be safe, just to check, get a friend to open up a couple of your items that have calculated shipping on and punch in
Yeah.
Seattle zip code or something, you know, something pretty far away.
And I think one of the, you know, I'm in the middle of the country, so I think that actually helps me, because I have a little more leadway as far as, you know, it's not going so far over here or so far over here. You know, it's I have a little more leadway, I think.
Oh, Maggie, you can do that for yourself.
Yeah, you can click out of the you can log out of your store and then just go in, find your items, and then, you know, do it that way too.
Yeah. Maggie, are you traveling right now?
I don't think she is.
Beth was messaging me this morning and was asking if she said she was trying to get you to be her co-host tonight.
I've tried free shipping. I've never done flat rate. Never had a reason to. Calculated. I mean, you know, and that's true, Tommy. I mean, they, you know, that is a possibility that they could just, you know, go on to something else. You know, not buy from me. That is a very good possibility. But I've just never heard of anybody, you know. I mean, there has been a couple of people, but it was kind of a stupid message, I guess you could say, because they would say, you know, why does this? It should only cost $2 to send this package. you know, to
They don't even
California.
understand.
And I'm like, yeah, you don't, you don't get it.
You must not ship nothing since 1990s, buddy.
So I think my store's public. It is what is it called?
Run around, Suze.
Runaround Sue's. Yep. Yeah, go take a look. But you know that's the thing is you know everybody you know like Hank said there's not a one size fits all. And but heck, if there's something going on with my store, yeah, definitely go check it out.
One thing I feel like I have to do with my flat rate stuff is to take off Alaska, Hawaii, and the U.S. protectorates. Because that gets real expensive sending stuff to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Tommy says she had to change hers last night. That's why she was fired at her shipping with Fubar. Part-time picker says, I think the main issue discussion around this topic, does eBay give preference to a particular method? Or do buyers leave their searches set on free shipping versus low to high?
Hmm.
I think buyers are discerning enough to be able to figure the difference in total cost and free shipping.
Yeah.
I think if there was a percentage of people who would pay extra for free shipping, then they're a very small portion.
Yeah. I think people have figured out the whole, you know, free shipping deal. And I mean, you know, like with me, when I'm looking for an item, I consider that. You know, I know if I'm looking on eBay for something and the price is a little bit higher than the average, you know, listing, I'm like, well, yeah, they're charging, you know, they put shipping into that, so it's going to be higher. So that doesn't, for me, you know, I know how to kind of separate that and figure out, you know, what the best item, not necessarily the free shipping, but you know, the best item and the best price for me. Yeah. I don't know.
I actually have been really lucky, I think, with my best offers, because generally it's only $2. It's usually $2 to $4 cheaper is what they're asking for.
Hang on, Tommy, I'll get you a link.
And so I don't feel like it's really for free shipping. But I have, you know, I have experience when, you know, they say, can I just pay you the $30 and then you give me free shipping or whatever, you know?
I get that often. I say, no, you live in New York State. It's $8 to ship this up there. Don't ask for that.
All right. Let me get that for you, Tommy.
I'm a little bit tired today.
Are ya?
Yeah. I've cycled through almost a whole pot of coffee.
Wow.
You're supposed to be in bed right now, aren't you,
I
Sally?
know. I have to work at 5.
Yeah, you're gonna gonna have to go to bed soon. But I'm glad that you came in for a minute.
It'll remind me when the show's like almost over.
Huh?
I said, remind me when the show's almost over.
I'm like, okay. You start falling asleep, we'll let you know.
Okay. I think I'm all right.
Let's see.
Did you have a good weekend, Lori?
Yes, I did. I did.
Good.
I had a good sales weekend. I had somebody buy 8 items off of me. I was like,
Wow.
"Phew." So I got like 16 going out. I mean, 16
Great.
orders going out, and one of those orders has 8 items on it. So,
Woo!
hey, gone. So I don't know if
Awesome.
it was crazy because I waited till Saturday to send all my offers out, so I let them accumulate through the week, and then Saturday morning I sent them all out. So, and then one
Cool.
lady bought one thing that kicked it off. She come back later that evening. She bought the one thing I sent her an offer on, and then later that evening, or actually last night, she come back again and bought 7 more items. So
Wow.
cool. Cool. But yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So, we got Benji all groomed. He's all looks
That's
all
good.
cute now. He don't look like a Muppet anymore. Of course, now
Yeah.
I want you to see him. He won't come in here. He's in there playing. So, but yeah, had a good
So
weekend.
good.
Went up to Yellow Springs for the day with my sisters and my son's girlfriend, and spent the day up there with the shops and walking around and getting to know her a little bit better, and it was fun. So
That's awesome.
did some wine tasting and ended up in a bar at the end of the day and up there. And I'd never been in there. My niece is like, "Oh, you're gonna love this." And I walk in, there's guitars all over the walls. I'm like, "Oh." No, I mean, they were just. I don't think I've seen a lot of like guitars, but normally they're in a music shop, never on a private wall like that. I was like, I thought I had a lot of guitars
Yeah.
on the wall, but every wall in there was covered. I was like, oh my god, it's awesome.
That's
We're
Laurie,
sitting-
it
my
seems like a
dad's
lot
house.
of your
Do what,
Laurie,
Tom?
it seems like a lot of your stories end with, and then we wound up in a bar.
Yep. If I'm not in a
Just-
bar out somewhere, I'm in my own bar in my yard. So I mean,
I'm just saying. No, that's
it was fun. We're
you
sitting
have
there.
you live life. That's a good thing.
Yeah. We're sitting there and we're just talking. Also, we hear this, ah, 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 ah. I'm like, what in the? Then some guys laugh. I thought, yeah, and y'all make fun of my laugh. You should take a listen to the rooster back there. You know, I felt like going, caw, caw. That's what he sounded
Good.
like. I'm a bird, damn it. Every time he'd laugh, we'd all about lose it.
I love boisterous laughs, so
Yeah.
I almost can't get enough, and I'll sit there and make jokes and stuff and play around with people like that have
Well,
laughs like
once
that.
hopefully my future daughter-in-law heard my laugh, she just couldn't stop because she got so tickled at my laugh that she was about rolling on the floor crying, laughing so hard. And by that time my stomach was hurting, and I between the the cacao back in the corner, her tickling at me, I couldn't stop laughing. My voice was so raspy Saturday I couldn't hardly talk, and it was mostly
Oh
from
my
laughing.
gosh.
She's like, "Oh my god, I've never heard that before." Because when I really get going, I sound like a tauntaun from Star Wars. Just a weird sound that comes out of my throat. So. It's bad enough I got that at first. And then my daughter says that at points I sound like that one dog on that old cartoon. That one that what Rocky and Bullwinkle, that little dog, or the ones with it's an old cartoon. it come on with Rocky and Bullwinkle. It had the Russian, little short Russian guy and the tall Morticia looking girl and then the little dog. I can't remember what that show was, but they were always up to no good. And that dog was always, you know.
Yep. I remember that one.
I cannot remember what it is.
I remember something about that.
Yeah, it's Rocky and Bullwinkle show.
Yep. Because they were always up to no good, those three.
Oh my gosh, look, there's Nikki.
Yeah, it was on the Rocky and Bullwinkle show.
Yeah. Can't remember the character's name, but I can see that
Yeah,
little
I'm trying to
dog with
think
the
of
trench coat.
Natasha
Natasha was the lady's name.
Yeah.
And then the little Russian dude, and then the dog with the trench coat.
Yeah.
Man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you watch Boomerang, you can watch those. Oh, get it.
Get it?
Love the sound of cha-chings in the morning.
Had one like
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom
Hi, Dougie.
for cha-chings and to go pee.
Sure, I'll take that.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Cha-cha-ching.
Love the sound of cha-ching. The hills are alive with the sounds of money.
The hills are alive.
Mama needs a new air fryer.
I want one of those too.
Mine decided not to work anymore.
Huh.
Did you just get that?
I've had it since I can't remember when I got it. I've probably had it about a little more than 6 months, I think.
6 months only? I think you better return it to the manufacturer.
Yeah.
I only paid $30 for it. I mean, it wasn't like I paid $100 for the thing.
I think Aldi's has one for like 50.
It was a cheap version, but I fell in love with it. I mean, it is so nice for a one person, you know, a bachelorette, or however you want to say it. I don't know if I'm a bachelorette, but you know, for one person, it comes in very handy. I've never ate so good in my life.
Really?
Oh my gosh. To be able to, you know, put a steak in there and let it cook, and you could probably cook it about the same time on the stove or whatever, but it just tastes.
You don't have to stand there.
It was, you know, you put it in there and it was done in 15 minutes. You didn't have to flip it. You didn't have to worry about.
Yeah.
And the juices are still in there, and it's just a really good piece of meat. I have never ate so good in my life.
I never thought of using an air fryer for like steaks and stuff.
Oh gosh. Steak, chicken's really good too. Yeah, it's amazing. You marinate it for a little bit, and then you plop it in there, and yeah, just good food. Like I said, yeah.
Reminds me, I need to put that on my Christmas list.
But yeah, I'm keeping my eyes out for another one to replace it.
Aldi's has one for like $50 right now. It's on there. I saw it on their ad. You have an Aldi's?
No, I don't have nothing.
I love Aldi's.
I have a cafe and a gas station.
Yeah, you guys need an Aldi's. I love Aldi's.
I do too.
The
You spend about
Aldi's is 60 miles away.
About 50% less almost on some of your items. That's like we go there now, and we used to go to Kroger's and we'd spend like almost $300, you know, every 2 weeks. And we're down to maybe 130, 140.
Wow.
And we can get all the same pretty much stuff. It's just it's not name brand stuff, but it tastes just as good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything. There was one type of hot dog there. I can't remember what they were called. Oh my God, it's so windy out.
Yeah, sounds like you're in a tornado.
when
There was like one kind of hot dog that I didn't care for, but other than that, everything we've tried at Aldi's we love.
they have steaks and stuff now, and hamburgers and fresh meat. I mean, it's really good.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it probably knocked my grocery bill down by almost half.
Yeah, it does.
That's crazy.
Right now, their eggs are like 68 cents a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even Quick Trip don't even have them that cheap.
Their milk's cheap. Everything's cheaper. I mean,
And how you pay for like almond milk, like Gary and Brandy, they're lactose intolerant.
mhm.
So I have to buy them like almond milk or whatever. And it's like almost $3 for a half a gallon at the store, $2.89 or yeah, almost $3. And it's only $1 something at
Mhm.
Aldi's. And today's Daily Picker Hustle has been brought to you by Aldi's.
Oh my gosh. Fishing and Picking wants to know, how can I unrubbery my meat?
Oh boy, that's a loaded question.
Yeah, on very many different levels there. Yep,
I
get
would
a
expect
mallet.
nothing less from him though.
Maggie has a great idea. She said, get a mallet and pound on it.
There you go.
There you go. There's your explanation right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, maybe I need to make a trip over to Aldi's. I think it's in St. Joe that they have one. So
They have an app you can look at.
he says, all my meat is in the Instapot. Tastes like rubber.
Oh,
I've never used an Instapot, so you might. I would say.
really?
Huh?
I can't believe his meat's coming out like rubber. My daughter uses her Instapot and it's always so good.
You might want to look at the instructions. Maybe it's in there too long.
I always add a little bit of water with mine, with all my spices, and
Yeah,
it
you gotta have some liquid in there.
turns out pretty good. Use
Oh.
chicken broth or something instead of water, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to have some moisture in there,
Or beef broth, either one.
to cook it with broth or water. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would say. Maybe marinate it. Don't try not to cook it too long. Type that question in Google, you'll get some interesting results and pictures. I am sure.
Or find yourself a nice Amish woman. You know how to cook meat.
But yeah, try that and see if that works.
I made $200 on Instacart yesterday.
Nice.
Oh man, I'm sore today. My wrists are all swelled up. I can hardly use them.
Good job.
We overdid it.
Well.
It didn't work.
What?
I didn't get no cells in the toilet.
Oh, well, maybe you were just maybe you were just warming it up. I don't know.
I hope.
Tidy Bowl Man was being too cheap or what?
Yeah, every time she went in the bathroom yesterday, she was getting sales.
Oh.
It was my lucky spot.
Huh.
Woohoo, Maggie, she said, cha-ching. She got your sale, Sally.
Oh my God. So if I go to the bathroom, Maggie gets a cell.
So
That's
Maggie,
great.
you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go to the bathroom, Maggie. Maybe I'll get a sale. But you have to think positive thoughts.
She got a three-piece bundle on Poshmark she just sold.
Good
Dang.
job. Get it.
There you go, Hank. Take a pencil next time, Sally, so you can work the ultimate eBay equation. Sounds like a good plan.
I'm no good with math.
Oh, excuse me.
No mowing today, Nikki?
No, it's gonna rain.
I know it's gonna rain here too. I keep checking to see if it's raining yet because I got packages outside.
We just have to finish up what we didn't finish the other day, and so about 6 to 8 hours left, and that's it for the year probably.
Yeah, I guess we're supposed to get a really good storm.
There was a good storm last night.
It's supposed to be like a replay of what we got last week while we were in Cadillac.
There was wind. There was a ton of rain. I mean, it just like dumped.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Part-time Picker says, let's do the chat from our bathrooms.
Yeah.
That could be
Gross.
How about we don't and say we did?
How you doing today?
Plop, plop.
You sounding a little unhealthy today, Sally. At least you don't have smell-o-vision. Yeah.
We were trying to think of all of the episodes. And by the way, if anybody knows how to do that, find piece episodes together at like bloopers or something. I want to do something like that, but I don't know how to piece them together.
Oh
Anyway.
man, you'd have to. Well, first of all, you'd have to watch every fucking every episode.
Well, we're trying to find the soup one. We're trying to find the auction house one with the lady peeing in the mud puddle. And we're trying to find the fish one.
Were we on live that time?
Yeah.
Oh.
But the auction one, I think that might have been on my channel.
Okay.
I'm almost positive.
Okay. So yeah, so I need.
It would have been like must have been an all-day hangout though, because
I think
if I was at the auction house, it would have been probably around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. When you were talking to that guy outside your storage unit, Nikki?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Why do all these ones revolve around me?
Because you're out in society and around other people, and it's just freaking weird stuff happens. Except you losing the fish in your storage unit. That was
that was my nephew's fault. I had it in my van and he put it in a box.
That was too much.
Yeah.
What the hell? Anybody have a problem signing in with eBay?
Oh, and then when you meowed at the cashier at Walmart.
Oh yeah, that one too.
We weren't on a live show then, were we?
I think you were.
Oh, we were. That was at nighttime. I thought we were just on a live hangout, but maybe not.
I don't know. I mean, at that time we were doing a lot of, just kind of like a private hangout type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
No,
too,
I think that was live because they were in the chat telling me to do it.
Yeah, I think.
Because that was before Valerie used to come on the show. She was just in the chat.
What?
That was before Valerie.
Texas
Valerie.
Valerie. Okay.
She didn't come on the show then.
Oh,
she
yeah.
come on the chat.
She's like, Valerie's like, no, I was there.
Yeah, that would have been alive, but that was at nighttime, so that one will be easy to find.
Oh, it was fishing and picking that dared you to meow at the lady.
It was, yeah.
Pretty crazy. Yeah, cray.
Sounds like that's going to turn into a Best of Nikki show, not freaking. Well, what did you guys do on these bloopers?
Nothing. We're angels.
You got to find some bloopers with you guys in it.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of all the fun stuff that we did, but
You could do the one where I got that phone call.
Yeah.
that.
And Nikki was freaking out because
when she was yelling at the people.
She didn't know what was going on.
She was yelling in the background. I was like, what the hell? And yeah, she got a call from a telemarketer or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay. I remember now.
Junior, quit looking at that TV. It's not a real ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Remember when Brandon sat down at the computer the first time and Dusty was like, who the hell is in Sally's house?
We're all like, what the hell? Oh.
And Brandon just sat there staring.
Because he couldn't see us. We could see him, I don't think he could see us.
Oh yeah, the 24-hour listing challenge. That's got some good footage in it too, because me and Steven are just talking about UFOs and shit at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, there should be some good ones. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna have to just put my TV on YouTube and just let it roll.
Yeah,
and then, did you guys hear?
He looks so cute.
Did you guys hear all that with those people the other day when I pulled over to show you guys the rainbow?
Yeah.
Did you hear those guys?
Yeah, that could be in it too.
Say hi.
Everybody asking you for a freaking ride because they think you're taxi or something.
You're acting so shy for.
You're
so shy
just
for.
a cutie.
Sure, by your white afro here. Check it out.
Looks so nice and clean cut now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said, I don't look like a Muppet no more. Oh, you went down now? You missed Sissy. Oh, those two are inseparable.
Oh, are they?
Yes, him and Bambi. He was using her for a pillow last night. She was laying under the blanket, and he was laying on top of the blanket. Oh. And Hope's starting to warm up to him. He has this thing about biting Bambi's tail and pulling it. She's not real happy with that. Look over, he's going, and she's going, They're funny.
My gosh.
Oh. Yeah. We'll have to. So, yeah, if you guys can help me look for these items, then maybe I can find or figure it out how to put videos together and make like a little bloopers. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, it would.
And give her timestamps or whatever. A lot of shows to go through.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Tommy, did you get that private message I sent you? I don't know if he's still on or not. Might have went
I
to
haven't seen
go
him
to
for a
bed.
minute.
You put that on there, nobody's gonna want me on their show anymore.
Oh, I can't do anything about that.
You're the only one that dared to have me on.
True
Yeah.
enough.
There you go, Sherry. She says a compilation of Larry yelling, I don't know.
I wonder how Larry's doing.
I don't know. I haven't
I
seen him
seen
yet.
him. I seen him in the chat. When was it? Oh, yeah. I seen him. It was a couple of weeks ago when I was in Dwayne's auction chat.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
I think I seen him. Yeah, it's only been a couple of weeks ago, and he said he's doing good.
That's good.
Wow.
He's a funny guy.
Has anybody seen Comfy Life in any of the chats?
No.
No, I don't believe so. No.
I wonder how Charles is doing.
Sherry, are you talking about Comfortable Life or Larry?
Yeah, Comfy. Oh,
She said I see him in the chats now and then.
I think she means Larry.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'll have to have a live show. He always pops up in my live shows.
So funny.
Wonder how he's doing, because he had health problems and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I haven't seen Comfortable Life in a very, very long time. Not sure what happened. I don't know.
You know, in this field, it's like some people just disappear, and it's
Yeah,
you
never know
know,
why.
sometimes they just quit reselling. Sometimes they just quit being online. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I told my husband and my kids, I said, my online friends are just as important as my normal life friends. So make sure everybody knows if something happens to me.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is get a hold of my morning chat. I said they'll take care of the rest.
Yeah.
They'll let everybody know.
Joanna says, tell Nikki she should do some videos on her side hustles like DoorDash or Instacart.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I am. I made a video yesterday, but I accidentally deleted it. So I gotta make another one.
What wasn't his name Thomas?
Charles.
Charles.
Comfy Life? Yeah, Charles.
Charles. I don't know what his last name is.
No, I don't either. So if anybody sees the Comfortable Life in chat, any chats, let us know.
Yeah. So, what's everybody got planned for today? Sally's sleeping.
Yeah.
Sally's got to go to bed soon. She got to go to work at 5. I don't know why. That's stupid to be scheduled like that. That is just dumb.
What?
Well,
she worked last night.
Oh.
Got off
till
at
6.
6, and then now she's got to go be back at work by 5.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it could be worse. She could be back at work at 3.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it barely gives you enough time to go to the bathroom and go to sleep for a few minutes, and you got to be back up. And I guess I shouldn't complain, but
Plus, I stayed up last night and watched Walking Dead instead
That's
of
true.
sleeping. So,
I haven't watched The Walking Dead yet, so don't talk about it.
oh my God,
That's
I'm
your
gonna
fault,
tell
not
you
mine.
everything that happened.
The Walking Dead comes on Saturday night though on my program
I'll give you a hint.
on my program.
Cuckoo.
I'll give you a hint. There's zombies in it.
Oh my God.
It was pretty good though.
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
Because last week was Alpha and Beta, right? Yeah. The story of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I thought it pops up. It pops up on my show box on Saturday night, so I get to watch it the night before.
So I'm definitely telling you, since you've had since.
right, you've had plenty of time. What's your excuse?
I don't know why. I don't know why it pops up the night before now. It used to pop up like midnight or the next morning after, but
Huh.
you must have an inside track somewhere. I saw it pop up Saturday night, but I was just getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, I'll watch it tomorrow. And then, well, yesterday I just did too much.
Then says zombies die in the show. Duh.
Yeah. It was...
Why is Todd being so quiet?
I don't know. I'm just cruising this morning. I'm slow. I'm old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that old.
He's a
Every once in a while, I get
part-time
to being a
asshole.
quiet asshole.
There you go.
I was like, dang, Sally, you just called him an asshole?
I didn't say anything.
I was
It's
gonna say, I
okay.
don't
I
think
was
Todd's
giving
ever been
Sally
that.
some hell yesterday.
And then Todd says I was his favorite.
I don't think Todd's ever been an asshole, has he?
No.
Yeah,
Not in
I
his,
have. Just ask
not in his
Gwen.
D8. Yeah, not in his D8.
Not on purpose.
Not to
No.
us, anyways.
That's a nice guy. All the time.
I was just trying to complete your sentence for you.
But, yeah.
I didn't figure I'd get a word in edgewise with Nikki being on here anyway. So.
Oh,
Jeez, and I was the one who just said I didn't think Todd's ever been an asshole.
There you go.
I'm just trying to explain your question.
Dirty says, love listening to y'all while I'm at my day job.
Who's that?
Wow.
Jody.
Medtaz 71, otherwise known as Jody.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, Tommy says, haven't seen anything crazy yet. 5 pages in. So you may be good. Happy for you because so many are not. So that's good. I figured I'd get all kinds of critiquing. That's right, Jody. Not a troll. MedTag 71
for what?
not a troll. Oh, he's looking at my store. He's checking it out.
He's being an Eric.
Oh.
Whoops. Did I say that out loud?
You did.
Man, I have absolutely no filter at all today.
Good job.
Hope you feel better, Mary. Oh, that's cool. She's trying to trying to list a little bit to get back into eBay.
That's good.
Just
Good.
don't list clothing for right now.
Just
I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do because I was gonna list clothing like today or tomorrow, and now I'm thinking about not doing it.
why? Because you don't want to list clothing.
No, because I don't want to list clothing like 500 times and it change, because and have to fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've only had to fix mine one time.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know if they're done. I
Well,
doubt they're done.
I don't know.
What'd you have to fix? I'm missing something here.
Yeah, when they rolled out the new, what is it, item specifics, when they did that, some of the colors,
Mm-hmm.
so like you would have to put a specific color,
Mm-hmm.
like blue jeans would be blue. Well, blue would be missing in the item specific, so you would have to go in and put
Change
that
it.
in.
Did it
And then,
duplicate anything? Because I had a lady have ordered 2 of the same shirt and only had one. So I had to let her know that, she's only getting one because there's only one blouse.
Right. I hadn't heard anything about duplicating.
And that's the first time it did it last night. That's why I was wondering if that's,
See that, Lori?
Oh. Oh, I haven't seen anything like that online yet. And that's from the app?
On the app, yeah.
Yeah, because I've used I've been on the app off
But
and on all day.
you'll see it on. I mean, you won't see that on the desktop. But if you go into like
Your active songs.
well, yeah, if you go into like that part of it, it'll have a blue box where it usually says send offer. It'll say add details.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. I just got paid and didn't sell, and then however many active I have. So apparently mine's good. Hopefully.
Bumcrack said hi to MedTaz71. Jody's not a troll. She's gonna change her name to Jody, not a troll.
Now I did have problem signing in just a few minutes ago. Kept saying my password wasn't good, so I had to have them send me a text so I could sign into my account. So that's the first time that's ever happened. And I have a very distinct password that there's no way it could be they could figure it out because I purposely made it like this long and kinds of stuff. I mean, there's no way they could figure it out. So
look at what Jody just said.
I see that. She said, remember the special I told you all about going from premium to Anchor? Well, they screwed up my account totally. Charged me for Anchor when I was canceled. Charged $1,300 for early termination. Oh my gosh.
So I think you should call them.
Yeah, you need to call and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
After 3 calls, after 3 calls and 2 hours, they credited me $1,800. Well, good.
Oh, good. Thank God. Boy, I bet at first that was a oh my God moment.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that is, yeah. That can't, you can't pass, you can't pass that up. I know going to the Anchor for, you have to time it like just right, so they won't. I think they kind of bet on that. Like people will will forget about changing it over, and then they can make money on, somebody else's mistake.
That's exactly how they do it.
I don't like that. That's freaking shady.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. Anyway.
That's why they're not the only ones. That's why a lot of people give you that 7-day free trial because they figure that you'll forget about it and you won't cancel in the 7 days.
Yep.
Every company does it. I mean, that has free trial. That's that's what they're planning on. They're banking on is somebody that'll forget.
Oh, she said I called 2 times before doing the special to check the rules, and they both told me the wrong info.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
So so what were they saying? Were they saying that you could go a month? Because I know that they were offering 2 months at the same rate.
Yeah, they never
And
know what to call.
but from when I think it was when Valerie did it or somebody else was doing it, that's what they said was that it was 2 months, but then you have to, like, you could go a month from September 15th to October 14th. And then after October 14th, it will prorate to the next month, right? So it's screwed up. The way that they word it is not, it's not right.
Right.
Yeah, see, that's the way you have to do it though. You have to cancel it a month in, or even 29 days in.
Yeah. Because and this is the thing that has always like confused me, and maybe I just can't wrap my head around it, but they charge a month ahead of time. So right now,
yeah,
you know, it confuses the shit out of me. I just can't comprehend it, I guess you could say.
Well, the phone company, the cable company, they all charge a month ahead of time.
Yes, 29 days. They said it was a glitch. Well, hell, everything that's happening, oh, it's a glitch. You know, that is not, no. They are a major company, a major corporation. They should not be having these glitches. And they should not be telling people, oh, it's a glitch. You know, no.
That's what I was saying, you know, was it last year when I was at the whole June and July of the summer was like horrible for me. And they told me that it was a glitch going on with my account and blah, blah, blah. And one of my account was one of them that was red flagged or whatever. And I mean, like I said, you know, this company has got to have some of the best programmers in the world, you would think. And I understand, and like I've said before, I understand, you know, the computer industry. We used to do servers and everything and host websites and stuff. I know all about it. Things are going to happen. You're going to have glitches. And eBay used to handle it right away. If there was a problem in eBay, you just put up with it for a week or two and then it was all better. You know? But they weren't glitches on top of glitches on top of glitches, you know? They would fix the stuff and then move on, you know?
Right.
Because people would be like on here, oh, there's another glitch, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, just keep listing. It'll get better. You know, they'll fix it. And sure enough, you know, within a few days, it would be fixed. Everybody was happy as a lark and away we'd go, you know? But now it's just glitch upon glitch upon glitch. And they get one fixed and then there's another one because they keep implementing stuff before they fix the first problem. Really getting annoying.
Ooh.
That it is, definitely. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. And usually I'm on eBay's side. Usually I'm, you know, It's a little slow now, but just list through it, you know. Oh, just give them some time, you know. You know, this last year or so, I've been like, oh my God, I'm ready to just tell eBay to hit the road.
And you know, it's the same shit, you know, you playing on their field. You
Yeah,
gotta play by the rules,
nothing
you
about it.
know, take what comes, and
Yeah,
you know,
just have to put up with it.
or
Really
you
and truly, I mean, with all the problems, we still make good money on there. Better money than we probably would anywhere else.
there's some people that are trying to cross list and get the hell out of there,
I've thought
you
about
know.
it. I've
Yeah,
definitely.
but there's nowhere that I can sell what I sell
I
for as
think there
much
is.
money as I sell it for.
I think there is.
I don't think there is.
I I don't think there is either. I'm with you on that, because I think that eBay is the leader for traffic,
Well, it's a
and
household name.
everybody knows their name,
Yep.
you know, and um they're the go-to place for everything,
Yep.
you know.
True.
Need something, you go on eBay.
Yep.
That's true, but I think people are getting a little more. They are um, expanding to other sites because you know I think not everybody is happy with eBay. I think people are afraid of shady sellers and shady buyers, and I think people have went, if they want to buy something new, they go to Amazon. If they want to buy something used, they can go to Poshmark. They can go to Macari. Macari's pretty hot right now.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been
I
able to
mean,
sell shit on there.
I think, but I thought the same thing, and it takes some time. I mean, you don't have to put near as much work in it as you do Poshmark, but um, you know, I think you can. I think you can sell things, and you can sell housewares on Poshmark.
Mhm.
But you do have to work at that too. So
Yeah, but
I don't know.
neither one of those sites are you going to sell this stuff at the same volume you're selling on eBay. Because if I hit my eBay hard and list like crazy, I mean, I make a lot of freaking money on eBay. There's no way I make that kind of money anywhere else. No way. Selling what I sell. I don't sell all clothing either, you know, and housewares. I sell a lot of like parts and stuff like that. I mean, it's just.
I'm not in love with eBay, and if I thought there was another one that I could make as much money on or more, I definitely would move over to it.
Oh, I
just haven't.
definitely would too.
Yeah, I mean, I like eBay, but I ain't in love with it.
Yeah.
No, I don't have to stay with eBay, but yeah, I mean, there's no other sites that we can make what we make.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an Amazon seller. I mean, I think you can make a money on Amazon. I'm not an Amazon seller. I don't go around doing RA and stuff. For the stuff I sell, I haven't found another good platform for it. I think you have a lot of sellers on eBay right now. I think you got a flood of sellers on there too,
Yeah.
which doesn't always help because some stuff, you know, it gets a little race to the bottom where, you know, they just put it out cheaper so they knock it off first.
No.
Yeah. Now you
But if you
guys
look
that
at it,
sell clothing a lot of clothing, yeah, definitely Poshmark is giving eBay a run for their money, I think. And you are correct on that, Valerie. But Macari, no, not even close.
I don't know. Macari's been blowing up for Valerie, and now she's cross listing everything over there. She's been getting sales over there.
Well, that's awesome, but I still don't think Macari's gonna be.
Yeah, you have to put time into everything. I mean, it's
Yeah.
you know, if you put the time into it, yeah. See, like Liz does very well on Macari. I know Hank does good on Macari. you know, and there's just, you know, I mean, I just, for me, I think there is,
Excuse me.
I just think the traffic is so much more on eBay.
Well, I don't want to be like nosy, but just out of curiosity, is there anybody doing over $1,000 a week on Macari? Like in the chat or here? I don't do Macari.
I don't know, Liz might. I sold that fan.
Daggone it.
What was the fan? I think I missed it.
It was a Panasonic solid state Magic Stop desk fan.
Oh, really?
And it was not working. It was, the motor was blown on it.
Mhm.
And I sold it for $200.
Well, Liz does 300 to 400 on Macari, and that's good. But I couldn't like quit eBay and just go over to Macari because I couldn't take that much of a hit.
Yeah. Excuse me.
It's true. It's the time you put into it.
I'm not saying Macari's not good. I mean, it's not good for me, but that doesn't mean anything. But I'm just saying that I don't think you can make the full-time income like you can on eBay.
A lot of people swear by Etsy. Honestly, I've never sold on Etsy. I don't even like going on the site. I don't even like using like their search engine and that. I know a guy, he was on Pawn Stars. He's from northern Wisconsin. He's an auctioneer, and he did a video where, and I've been to his auctions, where he swears that he sells better on Etsy than he does on eBay for his antiques.
There's a lot of people who do really well on Etsy. I used to do really, really good on Etsy. I haven't put the time in lately, but if I put the time in on Etsy, I can make pretty good money on Etsy, but still not as much as eBay.
No. No, I agree with you, Liz.
Sal, you okay? Okay. Just wanted to check on you. Morning, Tara.
Hi, Valerie.
How was your weekend?
It was okay. I thought eBay was a little slow this weekend.
Did ya?
For me, it wasn't as good as it was last weekend and last week. So anyway, I don't know. Anyway, it was okay.
That's good.
I went to an auction on Saturday.
Yeah.
What'd you sell?
I sold my litter box on Facebook for $375.
Sweet.
What was that?
That
The
litter box?
Oh, the litter box.
I bought it for $25.
Yeah.
I sold it for $375 on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
Good.
Very good.
Local?
Yeah, well, it was kind of local. I had to drive down to Hinckley, which is like an hour away, but so I got less than $20 in gas too on it.
That's cool.
So less than $40 invested into it.
Not bad. Yeah, I gotta get, I might be selling the truck today, so.
Ooh,
I'm selling it.
I like that truck.
It's a good truck. There's no doubt about it. It's a good truck. And, but I don't, since I got the van, I just don't drive it enough. And I'm selling it to, I don't even know if he's going to buy it, but it's my father-in-law. So, you know, he's going to need a truck for the winter. And, so we'll see what
Oh, that'd be perfect because he knows how it is, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
He knows what he's getting.
The only problem with that is he's a short guy, and it's kind of it's kind of, you know, it's a little big for him, you know, a little much for him to get in, but he can do it. I know that if he has to, he'll get a dang step stool and put it in the back of the truck, and you know,
He'll figure it out.
I'm sure he'll figure it out. But right now he drives his lawnmower. It sounds crazy, but he drives his lawnmower to work, which is like down the road. You know, it's not far at all. But I mean, still, he drives his lawnmower to work and gets in his truck, and that's what he does. You know, right now. So
Why doesn't he drive his wife's car?
well, because his wife needs the car.
Oh,
They made a movie about that. Remember that guy that
Yeah.
drove cross country on his
Try
lawnmower?
to see his brother.
well, George
Yeah.
Jones had a song about it, driving his lawnmower to the bar.
Yeah.
But
I think that's when he got arrested with that DUI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but yeah. So
I had a snake crawl up in my truck yesterday. The cats chased a big old
Ooh.
rat snake up underneath my truck.
ugh.
And my daughter seen it when she got out of her car. She said, "Mom, there's a big snake under your truck." And it's just a rat snake. They don't, you know, they eat mice.
They don't
eat
bother
stuff
you.
like
It's a
that.
snake.
So I said, "Well, don't hurt him," you know, because my son-in-law was out there, and then Teresa's nephew was out there trying to get him. I said, "Don't hurt him." I said, "Just, you know, kind of coax him out, and you know, we'll put him in the shovel and run him over to the." Because I told him, I said, "Take the rake and the shovel and just scoop him up into the snow shovel and take
Say-
him and put him in the
Up.
weeds."
With his head.
And
Yep, kill 'em.
well, Nathan tried to, but the rat snakes are fast little buggers. And the first thing he did was take off towards the front end of my truck, and
Oh,
up
God.
he went up into my engine compartment. I said, "He won't be up there long," but Teresa's like, "I will never ride that truck again."
Yeah, I don't blame
I
you.
said, as soon as the temperature drops, he's going to drop out of there and go find him a warm spot. I said, because cold metal's not good for snakes. I said,
Right.
so
Mm-mm.
I
I'd be selling it.
I
I'm
tell
not
you a
afraid of
snake story in a car, and this was when I was living in northern Wisconsin. I went to an auction in Hurley. Nikki knows where that is.
Yeah.
And I bought like a 1985 Firebird, Pontiac Firebird. And Jim goes to get in the car.
Well, hi.
Brandon's like a baby, maybe about a year and a half. Brandon's looking at the floorboard. There's a snake on the floorboard, a big garter snake. The car was infested with snakes. They must have nested up in the
wow.
car.
Oh
When
my
you
God.
open the hood, because it had been parked so long, it was all shed snake skins up in the hood underneath the
Oh
running
my
engine
gosh.
stuff. And that's northern Wisconsin. Anyway,
Oh,
Ugh.
that's pretty bad.
Ugh.
and I'm scared of snakes, but honestly, like those rat snakes, they won't bother you.
Yeah, they were actually kind of pretty. He was big.
Yeah.
I bet
I
he
had
was
one
every
fall out of a tree here.
bit-
Climbed up the tree. Must have been
Yeah.
after birds or squirrels, and it fell out of the tree with a thump.
Oh my God.
Anywho,
I'd be moving.
you got those snow snakes up there. I've seen them.
Yeah.
So snake.
Ugh.
Being a good boy.
I'd be moving.
There, said Sissy running out of the living room. Bite her butt again. Is that why? Did you bite Sissy's tail again?
I've probably only seen, in my whole life, I've probably only seen 2 snakes out in the wild. I mean, I've seen snakes like in cages and stuff like that, but I mean, like outside going about my business, I've probably only seen 2 snakes in my life.
I saw a lot of snakes last summer when I was moving.
Mm.
I tell you,
Um,
I was moving all your
I must have
stuff.
saw. I mean, I don't know if they had a big hatch over by Eagle River, but yeah, I saw at least 8 last summer. This past summer, when I was moving, and I don't see snakes that much, but
I remember
we
that
see
one
'em.
time we were taking down the goat fence, the pig fence, and to put up a goat fence. And we were moving a rock, and Gary goes, "I'll get that." I said, "No, I got it." And I moved the rock, and big huge rock, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought it was a ginormous earthworm, and I went to grab it, and all of a sudden it opened its mouth, and I damn near shit. I cried, literally cried all day long. I didn't touch it, but I almost did. And then I saw it open its mouth, thank
And
God.
went down.
And
God.
Come on
And-
here.
every time I told somebody the story, I cried.
Oh my gosh.
I cried all day long, on and off. I was so scared. I couldn't believe it. Gary's like, "It's just a little snake. It's not going to hurt you." You know, and he don't like snakes either, but he's not scared of them. But yeah, I was just like, no.
You went
I
down?
went in the house. I didn't come back out all day. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, my grandmother got chased by one of those snakes, but then her brother shot it.
Mm.
You ever
My
seen
s-
one of those?
What is it?
snake?
It's a hoop snake.
Mm-mm.
They bite their tail and then they roll after you like a wheel.
What?
I'd
Oh
like
my
to see that.
God.
I'll have to look that up. That'd be cool. My son,
that's
and
one
I
of
went, my son and I went crawdad hunting to go fishing one day, and he's like, "When you're in a creek, you just pull up a rock and you get them little crawdads, you know." And he's like 6'5", 325, 330 pounds, a big boy, redneck and country as can be. He pulled up this rock, and there's a little snake, and it's not much. It was probably about that big. It was a little baby snake. He jumped and screamed like a girl. I mean, he took off running. I'm like, "What?" I said, "I've seen night crawlers bigger than it's a snake."
The crayfish would freak me out more than the snake.
I'm like,
Oh my God,
"Oh my god!"
my son brought a crayfish in the house last week. I'm sitting on the computer. The thing was huge. I mean, it must have been 4 or 5 inches long. I didn't even know they
Wow.
got that big.
Oh yeah, they get
He's
big.
carrying it by the back. You know how they like open up their claws? They're like, they
Yeah.
look like a little
Like a-
lobster. He's like, "Give me a little kissy." And I'm like, what the heck is he talking about? I turn, he's got this crayfish like 2 feet away from me. I'm like, "Get that out of my house." I'm like, oh, good.
No, it was more like screaming, "Get that thing out of my house."
Oh my God, it was big.
It was
Yeah.
the size of
Yeah.
a small cat.
It was.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they could get that big
They
in a
get
little
big.
shallow
They get
creek.
big.
Yeah, it was 5 inches, and he had big claws on him. He looked like a baby lobster.
Yeah,
It was like big around as a flashlight.
you
his
can
body
cook.
was
You can cook them and eat them like that too. They're pretty good.
We just have little crayfish up here.
We get big ones down
Yeah,
by the
no, I'm
river.
not gonna. I'm not catching. I'm not eating crayfish. I'm not. I'm not crawfish eater.
Remember that time I messaged you guys, Dusty and all you guys, how to eat a crayfish because we had them at, or whatever it was at the buffet. It looked like a crayfish, and they were talking about sucking out the head or something, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, I'm not eating it."
That's just to get the juices out. You're not really
Yeah.
sucking the brains or nothing out of it. It's just to get all that.
Like, so how do I eat this thing? I need to tell me how to eat
You
it.
take
I,
it,
like,
you
suck
break it, you
the head
suck
out
the
like
juice out, and
Yeah.
pop open the tail and eat it like you would a little lobster.
If I'm sucking a head to get the juice, it ain't gonna be on.
Yeah, aren't they over there by the? I would think so.
Sorry, guys.
Uh,
My daughter told me I need to say a prayer for myself.
we were down at the river one time when we was kids, and my nephew comes screaming up. We was down there fishing. He's screaming. And he's down there barefoot. So he come up hopping. He's got this big old crawfish on his toe about that.
My
He's like,
God.
Papa, get it! My dad's like, ooh, bait.
We used to catch them when I was little and throw them in front of semis on the road.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay, that's a little morbid gross.
crunch.
We were little kids. That was cool
what
to
a
us.
Frankie find.
And then one time when we were on the houseboat, when I was fishing, I caught a crayfish on my line, and we were sitting there messing with him. We took all kinds of pictures of him with a beer next to him, and and he had a cigarette, and then he grabbed a hold of my cigarette butt and he wouldn't let it go. I actually had to let him go with it in his claw because he wouldn't let it go. And it was funny. We got pictures of him with a cigarette in his paw.
Oh my god.
We took all these pictures with him in these poses. Well, and then we killed him, but it was fun. Then we threw him in front of a semi. I couldn't get my cigarette away from him. So.
No, we put him back in the water. He was fine. He was still alive. We didn't keep him out that long.
All right.
But I had to let him go back in the lake with the cigarette in his claw because he wouldn't let it go.
Oh my gosh.
PETA would have your
Yeah.
ass.
I know. That's the only time I've ever thrown a cigarette in the lake. I wish I could find those pictures. They're pretty funny. When we were on the houseboat.
I had a squirrel, a taxidermist squirrel I sold where it was like, looked like it was drunk because it had drank a beer. So it had a beer can with the mount. I'm like, really, do you think this squirrel's happy he gave his life so somebody could mount him in a comical thing like he's drunk on some Bud Light or something?
Yeah.
I've had the frogs do good too. Like, I think they came from Mexico. They look like they're shellac. There'll be a frog and he'll be like maybe sitting at a table playing poker or smoking a cigarette or whatever. Actually, those are doing pretty good on eBay. I've had those before too. Anyway, if you ever see them at something.
Interesting. All right, Todd, it's your turn.
I'm almost asleep.
Oh, boy.
That's not good.
I don't know. I'm just in kind of a mood this morning. Just kind of.
I'm sorry.
Man mood.
Poor
I'm
Todd.
just sitting
He's had a-
here listening and quiet and yeah, whatever.
He's had a rough few weeks though. First
What?
the skunk and then the flu.
Nah, it's not that.
Jerry says, way to contribute to the convo, Todd.
I got nothing.
Got nothing.
Yeah, I probably got tons of snake stories, but I don't know. Can't think of any right now.
Monday morning blues. Yeah.
Remember Tanner trying to get a snake, and he thought it was a stick. It was stretched out across the path, the road behind the lake. He thought it was a stick. He run over to it. He went to grab it, and it moved. And he's like,
Yeah, I've seen those. They get those cow snakes down here. I've seen them on the road. And I mean, I've seen them where they're like 4.5 foot long going across the road. I mean, they're a big snake.
They're huge.
Yeah. Do you have cow snakes by you, Lori, or are you too cold?
Probably. We had, that trail over there was probably a little over 8 feet wide, and this snake was stretched completely across it.
Wow.
One time, I mean, I was back there. I was like, oh, so we've got some big snakes here. And then
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what cow snake, what its actual technical term is, but I'd say we probably do. So,
I guess we could have a timber rattler here, but they haven't seen one like in like 60 years. I think you got to be like in Eastern Kentucky for those.
Yeah.
So, and like the copperheads, we could have them here, but like my neighbors are like, yeah, we don't really have them around here at all.
They have copperheads in southern Wisconsin.
We got copperheads.
We have rattlesnakes in southern Wisconsin.
Cottonmouth.
We don't have cottonmouths.
We got. I think it's I don't remember if it's the cottonmouth or the copperhead. If you smell cucumbers in the woods, I can't remember which one it is, but they say if you smell cucumbers, get the hell out of there. So it's one of those two. Now, but they put off that scent. So when they put.
You want to hear a good snake story?
Sure.
You want to hear a good rattlesnake story? All right, Jim. Jim came over. Tell me your rattlesnake story.
Oh, that was why I was coming over. I was going to come over to tell you that they hunt. We're supposed to have them, these rattlesnakes in our area, but they were hunted to extinction.
Oh.
So, I mean, it was people that it's not because of the climate. It's because people, because they were venomous, people hunted them.
We're on like the edge of the bluegrass region, and poisonous. They don't really have poisonous snakes up in the bluegrass region.
But in my southern Wisconsin, by Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, is southwestern Wisconsin. I'm in college, and I was like a wing boss. They call it an RA, a resident assistant. You were the student that was in charge of that wing of the building to make sure the kids aren't, smoking grass or having loud parties or whatever. So they have a retreat, a mandatory retreat. All the RAs have to go to before school starts in the late summer. And I'm in Prairie du Chien. This one girl's dad had a cabin on a mountain there, and he let us use it for our retreat. Me and this other guy are climbing this like rock face. It's about 40 feet, but they've, it's that kind of rock, where they like blow out the mountain, where it's stratified, where it's really easy to get handhold and stuff. So we're climbing this, and I reach in this hole, and all of a sudden I hear this like rattle noise. And I look over at the other guy, I go, "Hey, Dave." I stuck my hand in this hole, and there's something in there making like a rattling noise. And he looks at me and goes, and we're pretty high up now, we're almost at the top. He goes, "Quit screwing around. Get your effing hand out of there. Come on, let's go. We got to get up this hill or whatever." And this Dave is usually a really laid back guy. I'm like, why is he acting weird like that? Okay. So we climb up the top. I go, why are you being a jerk? And he goes, I just told you that thing was rattling in the hole. I thought it was a rattlesnake. He goes, "Yeah, you dumbass. That was a rattlesnake." And I go, "Well, there's no rattlesnakes in Wisconsin." "Yeah, there are rattlesnakes in Wisconsin." So the reason he hollered at me because he just wanted me to climb away from it. He didn't want me to panic and fall off the thing because we're kind of, we're 30, 40 feet off the ground. It's kind of straight up and down. He didn't want me to freak out and fall. But anyway, that's my close encounter with a rattlesnake, and it sounds just like they do on TV.
Yeah. Ugh. That would be, yeah.
The one in that shed that I was telling you, that I told you guys about, the one with the fishing poles. I was watching Alien. My kid wanted to watch Alien for some reason, so we watched it one night. And you know how that thing, the arms of the alien like slide around stuff? That's what that snake looked like when it was going around the fishing poles. And it was it was like the diameter of a beer can in the middle.
Oh my god.
That was freaky.
Yeah,
and he was black, and he looked like he was
screamed. Yeah, I just screamed.
He was real shiny, like gloss nail polish. It was weird. And they're like the diamond shaped skulls. They're like they look wet. And as they're moving and stuff, it's kind of hypnotic. It's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, with a hypnotized. I won't go in. I make Jim go in there first to make sure there's nothing in there.
Hey, they eat mice. I can tell you that's one thing I do not like here is that this state is overrun with mice.
Yes.
Don't chew on that. Give me that.
I gotta go, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Go.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, everybody.
Nikki.
Have a good day.
What's he eating?
My
he doing?
earphone.
Oh.
My earphone cord.
Okay, I
Let
got
me know.
one snake story.
All right. Now we're ready.
So, when I lived in Abilene, we'd go over and do the 10-kilometer run
Mm-hmm.
at the Sweetwater, Texas Rattlesnake Roundup. And it's a big celebration in Sweetwater. Anyway, look it up, go to their website. But they would have snake wranglers in a caged pen thing, and everybody'd stand around and watch them. And actually, this lady got into a sleeping bag, and a couple other wranglers piled in about 20 rattlesnakes in with her.
Oh no.
And they were demonstrating that if you're out camping and you get a snake in your sleeping bag, just don't make any sudden moves and crawl out. And sure enough, she worked her way slowly out of that sleeping bag, and she didn't get bit or anything.
Wow.
That's amazing. Could you see the newspaper thing if she did get bit? Like, oh, freak accident. Woman got bit by a rattlesnake that they put in sleeping bag with her, or man, she had it coming.
That is one of my life rules. If you're about to do something, just think tomorrow if what you just did was in the newspaper. Would people say, "Wow, freak accident," or "Man, they had it coming"? Just think about that.
They actually had like fried rattlesnake on a stick. You get chicken on a stick at a county fair or something.
Yeah.
They had
Did it
fried
taste like
rattlesnake.
chicken?
Yeah, kind of does.
Our Chinese buffet, they serve some kind of meat on a stick, but I'm not sure what it is.
They claim it's chicken, but I don't know about that.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be?
Okay. Dog, snake, chicken, something or the other. Pork, I
It's
don't
like
know.
German Shepherd.
It don't look like
Oh.
any chicken I've ever eaten.
It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's one of my
Whatever it
favorite
is,
things at
it's
the buffet.
good. My nephew.
Because sometimes at those. Go ahead.
I said my nephew says they serve cat on a stick.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, sometimes when you go to the Asian buffets, you'll get things. Most of it will be good, but you get that one thing like a piece of broccoli that tasted weird or something. But I gotta say, with the meat on a stick, it's almost always good. So.
Yeah, for the most part.
And don't ever look at what you're eating.
Right.
Just put it in your mouth and chew because you don't want to start examining.
Yeah. If I think about it too much, I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm probably just gonna make myself sick and just leave.
Well, now
I
I want
couldn't
Chinese
eat-
food.
I still have a hard time eating Jello when I found out they made it out of horses' hooves.
Huh?
What?
That's what they
Any
say.
animal,
That's
Or
what they
any
say.
animal, cow hooves or
yeah.
anything.
That's what they say about
Anyway.
Gummy bears too. That they're made out of the.
Oh, thanks. You ruined that for me, Lori.
I can't help. I still eat them because I love them. I don't care.
Well, I like them too, but I didn't even think of that. But the Jello thing, I don't know, whatever it is. Like I put my mouth, I'm like, oh, I'm eating all. And I think about the horses out there eating walking around in mud and poop and manure and stuff. I'm like, ugh. Anyway, it isn't necessarily that it's a hoof; it's what the hoof's been doing.
Now I have that Harbro or whatever gummy bear song, the commercial song going through my head.
Yep. Sorry. We've ruined that for you now.
You're being lazy.
Oh.
You're being lazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy day. Lots of running around.
Yeah, after I get my
Hold you
packages shipped off, I gotta put the new pickets up on the 8-foot section of fence I put up. Then I guess I'll list some.
Yeah. A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I understand.
I was gonna reuse the old pickets from the section I took down and go and say, why don't you get new ones? Those look bad.
And you said, yes, dear.
No, I'm gonna use the old ones.
No, that's not what I want.
New pickets are like 80 cents a piece or something. Or $1.20. I don't know, whatever they are. They're too much.
Whatever they are, they're too
80
much.
cents a piece? How long
much
are they?
You know, just a regular 6-foot picket fence boards.
And you could buy them for 80 cents a piece. It ain't even worth killing the tree and sawing it up for that.
What do they go for? I don't even remember.
I don't know. I mean, a one buy, it's got to be, I don't know, $2 or something.
Yeah. And the old pickets will
reminds me
work.
of-
They just have nail holes that are gonna show that
What the heck? Oh,
where they used to be nailed instead of, I'm gonna screw them on.
Yeah.
you deserve it. Just get new ones.
No, I'm too cheap.
Well, heck, if they're still in good condition, why not?
Yeah, they're still usable.
Yeah.
Wood's all punky and stuff. I put up a picket fence and I reuse the old pickets.
Well, it's probably drier down there, though. The wood probably lasts
True.
longer. By up here or down here, in the middle here, when you set a 2x4 down here, like in a week, it's gone. The bugs are just terrible on
We got
bugs.
these thing called wood bees, and they just like burrow holes, and they'll burrow it right through treated.
Oh,
Give
wow.
it to me. Give it to me.
Nuts.
Quit. It's not for you to chew on. Heathen. Ooh, licorice.
Oh.
You're such a brat.
I
You're lucky you're cute.
don't know. He is adorable. I just love that dog. Just cute.
He feels like a little fleece blanket now that he's got his
Yeah.
cat. Go down. Oh, you see the cat. Okay, go ahead. Go get it. Go play with Dougie. He's like, ooh, cat. Bye.
Oh, Jim, Fishing and Picking says Jim and Tara look into making bee traps.
I like to spray them with poison.
There you go.
Is that a good trap? I mean, I'm not going to trap them and relocate them, but if I could spray them with poison and kill them on the spot, that's cool.
Yep.
They're not honeybees, I can tell you that.
Yeah, our property is like one big kill box. So. You come on the property, you're gonna die unless you're a snake. Because I got a new thing on snakes. Because they eat mice, I'm gonna give the snakes a pass.
Unless it was a poison snake, we actually probably, because I don't want the dogs getting bit. But
Stuff
Yeah,
around
I've
your
seen it.
property.
A new dog shows up every week.
You ever seen those fast forward clips of animals decomposing? Yeah, that's what it looks like.
oh yeah, those are gross.
Oh,
They
wow.
do that with people. Do you ever see
Yeah.
those?
Ugh.
They have those. What do they call that thing? Like they call it the body farm or whatever. Where
Yeah,
like
it's the
let's say you were
cadaver.
cadavers that got
Yeah.
donated to study or whatever. They lay you out under a tarp so they can tell how long a body's laid in a position by how it decomposes. They
Yeah,
study it.
you know, it's late at night. You get sick of watching C-SPAN 2. You've had a couple of beers. So you flick on the decomposing farm channel. You know?
Yeah, they
Yuck.
study the flies and all that, the bot flies and yeah.
Huh.
It's so you
They're-
can age a dead body if you find
Oh,
it.
he says it works with wood bees. You trap them and it kills them. Wood bees will saw through your house now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we've seen some posts. I mean, they really go right
No,
through it.
not our house isn't bad because we're vinyl sided, but
And they was sprayed.
we got a wood, yeah, and we got a wood shed that was not sprayed, and yeah, it looks like it's
Like
John
a
Dillinger's stuff
woodpecker,
there.
like a woodpecker got at it.
You guys still have that dog?
Yeah, he's still here.
Buford.
Cool.
Yeah, he doesn't. Brandon did go to the auction with
He
us.
rides in the car to school with us. now.
Yeah, I mean, he like hops in and out of our car. He's totally like incorporated himself in our
He
life.
tries to wrap himself around your head when you're going to bed at night.
Yeah, it's weird. Have you ever seen a dog just show up in your yard and then just say, "Okay, this is where I live now"?
He's like
I've never had this happen in my life.
he's
and I
like
don't
we've
know
owned him
anybody.
10 years.
Yeah, you
I mean,
think-
you think we're always his family, or it's really weird.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, he doesn't really have. He had a couple puppy accidents in the house, but that's good. I mean, he hasn't any accidents in the house, and he's pretty easy to get along with.
Yeah,
Other than he
sins,
needs to
yeah.
get neutered.
He
Yeah,
probably
he needs his
just
nuts taken.
checked on you, just kind of stalking you guys for a little bit and seen the other dogs and figured they had a good life, so why shouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean, usually like,
Yes.
because I've had like a stray dog show up in the yard, and you're like, but usually they're like on a mission to find where they came from. Not him. He's like, oh no, thanks, good. I like it here. I'm staying.
He's between Tara's legs right now.
Yeah, he's like, I like it here. I'm staying. He's put on some weight. He ain't quite as skinny. Did you
That's
put up
good.
that video yet or no?
It's almost up. Yeah, it's about.
Oh,
80%.
Jim made a video from this weekend. Actually, he's in the background there because he's walking around when Jim's talking.
How
Yeah,
does,
he's
how does
still
Mabel
around.
like him? Mabel likes him okay?
Plays with him. She gets mad at him. She bites him like when he gets up on the bed or if he gets in the car because those are her two areas, you know. She can be a little possessed. Or like Jim's lap. Like if Jim's in the recliner, Mabel will be sleeping on his lap and like Buford will come over and then she's like no and then she bites him in the face.
She makes her eyes get real big and she opens up her little pug mouth and she like tilts it upward. You know, like she's gonna catch rain or something. She looks up, but then as he moves closer, then she turns her face to the side with her mouth open and then clamps down on his face.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. She's a shithead.
She's like a little gargoyle. But she's
So-
always been like that. That's not new with her.
No.
Yeah, she's definitely had personality.
Oh yeah, she thinks she's bigger than she is.
Mm.
And he just takes it. He's just like, I don't know how to say. He's a hound, and he's got this real like deputy dog kind of personality. It's just like, okay, well, whatever. I don't know how to describe it. Remember Deputy Dog on those Hanna-Barbera cartoons? That's what his
Yeah.
personality's like.
Yeah.
Just moves kind of slow. Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's good. I'm glad he found a
I
home.
had a coonhound when I was a kid, and we couldn't have the coonhound loose. The coonhound would get on a track like coon or whatever, and it would just run. It'd be gone for a couple days. And I'm like, well, it's a hound. I mean, my thing with hounds is usually when they get on something, they just go and they just run.
Yeah.
And he just stays around. He wouldn't be a very good dog so far because he don't do nothing. I mean, maybe he'll chase a squirrel a little ways, but he don't stay with it.
Yeah. Crazy. That's
Well, I
good.
don't
I'm
think
glad.
he didn't live here before because he's not a year old, and I've owned this property a year. I would guess, if I had to guess, he's probably about 8 months old, maybe.
Yeah. Sounds like he fits in pretty good, though.
Yeah, I got to get him neutered. I didn't want to do it. I was waiting to see if like some owner would claim him because you know what's going to happen is you're going to get him neutered, and then some Kentucky boy's going to show up. That was my prize hunting hound. That dog was worth $6,000. You neutered it. Now I'm going to sue you or something. You know.
Yeah, that or minimum, I want my dog back, and you pay
Yeah.
to have his.
Yeah. Yeah, you neutered somebody else's dog.
Yeah, it's the people across the street who have been watching us, waiting for us to get the dog in shots and get neutered, and then they're going to come back across the street. Hey, that's our dog.
Well,
I'm going to say no. I got that dog in Wisconsin. What are you talking about?
yeah. There you go. Hey, we heard your previous town, Eagle River, but it's in Arkansas.
Oh, really?
There's an Eagle
I
River.
There's an
should
Eagle
sub-
River, Alaska. Oh,
I shipped something
there's
there
the Eagle River,
yesterday.
Alaska, too.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
There's an Eagle River, Michigan in the UP.
Oh, yeah, that's true. There is
Oh.
up there in the UP.
Wow.
Hmm.
Huh. There's all kinds of Eagle Rivers in.
Yeah. Eagle River, home of the World Championship Snowmobile Derby. Jim went to look at the weather here, but on his thing, it still will show up Eagle River if you don't change it. And he's like, 29 and snow. What the hell? He's like, oh, it's Eagle River.
You had to remind him, we don't live there no more.
Yeah, 29 and snow. Yeah, that must be overnight. But yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's like in the high 60s, low 70s here.
Nice.
I thought so. Well, now that Nikki's not on, yeah, it's awesome. I don't like to hurt Nikki's feelings.
Nikki
but
don't care. She hates snakes. She'd be like, I'll never live there with
whatever.
snakes.
It's oh man, the trade-off was totally worth it.
Fishing and Picking says, found out with your county has a 7-day rule on ownership. If a dog takes up home on my land, 7 days, it's mine. There you
Oh,
go.
really?
Huh.
I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
There you go.
I had, okay, and this one I don't believe. I had the crazy neighbor across the street. He's like, yeah, I'm behind on my truck payments. I'm on a fixed income, which is his mom's social security check. So it gets hard when you're on a fixed income. He goes, but down here, what you do is if you take the tires off your truck and put it on blacks, they can't repossess it because then it becomes a permanent part of the property. I'm like, I don't think that works that way, but okay. It isn't like you just turned your truck into a storage building and now it's part of your property.
Or maybe a hot tub.
Yeah, I just nod my head. No, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it sounds good. I'll remember that in case I need it later on.
Yeah, you just put it on some blocks and put a tarp in the back and And you got
Yeah,
your
there
own.
you go. Hey, you can't repossess that. It's permanent part of my property. Yeah, I'm
Oh
not
my
kidding you. He caught me down by the road. And sometimes you ever have people that they just go on and on telling you stuff that they really could just keep private, keep to themselves,
Yes.
They just, for whatever reason, they run out on the mouth and start telling you a bunch of stuff. It's
Oh
like if
my
I was getting
God.
my truck, if I was worried about my car getting repossessed, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm not just gonna tell the neighbors across the street that I'm gonna get my car, that I'm worried my car's gonna get repossessed. It's kind of like a personal thing I'll keep to myself. Not this
Yeah.
dude.
Or his girlfriend going through the withdrawal. Yeah, my girlfriend's not feeling really well. She's at home going through withdrawal. She's trying to kick whatever.
Meth. She's a meth.
Oh my God.
It's like, okay, I realize that happens in people's lives or whatever, but you don't need to tell them your neighbors that's going.
No. Keep that stuff
Keep
to
it to
yourself.
Keep it to yourself. I had this guy. This is up in Wisconsin. I'm at my mailbox, minding my own business, get my mail. He goes, yeah, hi, how you doing? I'm like, oh yeah, good. He goes, oh, I suppose you wondered why me and Phyllis never had any kids. I'm like, no, not really. Oh, it's because I had a low sperm count. Okay, I didn't really need to know that, but thanks for letting me know. Wow.
Thanks
Wow.
for the info.
Yeah, why do you? I'm just getting my mail. You could have said, hi, nice day, nice weather, or whatever we're having.
Yeah.
Not, oh, I bet you wonder why we never had any kids. No, not really. Never really thought about it, but
Oh my gosh. Kind of weird.
anyway.
Just trying to make conversation, I guess.
I know, yeah.
There's
Now my
other
neighbor
things
across
that
the
do
street's
that.
looking for a girlfriend. She's like, yeah. Because Brandon's outside. He's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to, with the youngin' around, I don't want to say where I've been going, for some company and stuff. I'm like, is he talking about prostitutes or something? Jim's like, no, I think he was talking about the strip club. I'm like, well, the way he made it sound, he was sounding to me like he's talking about paying for it, like prostitutes or something.
Oh my
He says
gosh.
she's a professional, if you know what I
Oh
mean.
yeah, she's a professional. If you know what I mean. I think that's a prostitute.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then after he left and Tara said that, I'm like, geez, I don't know. They didn't mean she was a prostitute. Like he's like one of those guys on HBO where they follow the girl around and play their Game Boy while
He
they're in the
said he was
car with the
being her
other guy.
bodyguard too, but wouldn't that be like her pimp?
That's what I'm saying. Remember the guy who used to play Game Boy while she'd be in the car doing her job
Yeah.
or whatever? That was an HBO.
And
Or
he's gone all night
special.
now too. I will say that. So he's either at a strip club or he has a hooker girlfriend that he's taking care of. We don't know.
Oh my gosh.
But actually, it's kind of nice though because like before he'd be coming up in our yard trying to visit with us all the time, and now he's too busy, so we haven't been seeing him, which is good for us.
Yeah.
We gotta put a gate on the driveway.
I got fun. He could get a job. Then he'd be working. He could meet a nice girl at work, or he could also go to church and he could meet a nice girl at work there. And then either way, he'd be too busy to come over here and talk to us about all his problems.
That's it. There you go. Oh my gosh.
I'm out of here.
All right.
Oh, bye.
We're gonna wrap it up. I hope everybody has a great day.
Hey, I want to tell Lori something after we get off air, though. So don't
Okay.
like totally.
Okay. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow and have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Let's see if I can turn it off.